welcome to or back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. I hope you stick around, and if you're returning, thank you. I really hope you enjoyed today's video. So today we are going to be talking all about my struggles with eating and how I overcame them, and specifically we're going to be talking about binge eating disorder, otherwise known as BED. So whenever I mention BED in this video, I am speaking of binge eating disorder. First of all, I just wanted to cover a little bit of my backstory in case you're new here and don't know too much about my health story and my background. Most of you will know that I lost 20 kilos in 2019 and I've maintained that weight loss ever since. I have created a happy, balanced lifestyle where I enjoy all foods without restriction, and that I share a lot about how I reached this point to inspire you and help you and motivate you on your own health journeys. But something I've only really mentioned in passing was my struggles prior to that with my relationship with food, my own body image, and my struggles with binge eating disorder. So I am going to be talking all about binge eating disorder today and how I overcame it, and some really helpful tips that helped me create a healthier, more balanced lifestyle and a better, healthier relationship with food as well. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let's just jump straight on in. I just wanted to take a really quick little ad break to say a massive thank you to today's video sponsor, Baseline. And if you aren't new to my channel, then you will already know all about Baseline. I have posted about their active wear range before, and I'm super excited because they have just come out with their brand new underwear range, and I'm wearing it right now, so I will hop up and show you guys what it looks like. But yeah, Baseline's new underwear range is launching today, and it is just in time for Valentine's Day. So one thing I really love about Baseline is that their philosophy is similar to mine. They are all about diversity, body confidence, body positivity, and just embracing who you are in your natural skin. I have put a little link in the description box below if you would like to check out their products. But that's all. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to Baseline for showing me support and giving me the opportunity to show you guys just how amazing their products are and how to work out in a comfortable way. Let's just continue with today's video. So, BED is about a lot more than just food. It's actually a recognized psychological condition. What that means is that people with this disorder will usually need a treatment plan designed and guided by a medical or health professional. So of course, I just really wanted to preface this by saying that I am not claiming that this video is going to automatically or magically cure your binge eating disorder, but I am really hoping it'll give you some perspective, some hope, some inspiration, motivation, and ideas for steps that you can take to overcome your binge eating disorder. So what is binge eating disorder? Someone with binge eating disorder will experience episodes of eating unusually large amount of foods even when they're not hungry, and they will continue to do that, and then after the binge eating episode has finished, they will feel a strong sense of guilt or shame, which was me to a T. So I am going to share 9 really important, helpful, and science-backed mindset and lifestyle changes that completely changed my life. And this is how I completely stopped and overcame binge eating disorder. First of all, I completely stopped diets and restricting myself from foods that I feared or loved. And instead, I started focusing on working out the source of the problem. That meant I was asking myself questions like, what is causing me to binge eat? What is triggering a binge eating episode? Why am I stuck in this cycle? So for me, I found that there were actually multiple reasons I was stuck in this cycle, multiple things that triggered a binge eating episode, and those were if I was on a diet or restricting myself from certain food groups, if I wasn't eating enough throughout the day, if I had a really low body image day, if I ate really clean throughout the day and then went overboard and ate everything that I wanted to eat throughout the day at nighttime, and so on. So yeah, this is something that I struggled with for years, and it definitely took a long time for me to get to where I am now. But the first step was acknowledging it, wanting to do something about it, and actually seeking the help that I needed to overcome it. So I just wanted to say the fact that you are watching this video right now is so fantastic because you have already taken that first step. So, tip number 1, knowledge is power. The more I learned about nutrition and the method behind weight loss, also known as a calorie deficit, the method behind weight maintenance, and the method behind weight gain, otherwise known as a calorie surplus, All of these things really helped me understand my body and the way that the nutrition and food that I was giving myself was affecting my body. I realized that the more that I educated myself on my dietary choices, the more comfortable I became with eating all sorts of food and having a more flexible diet. This also helped me not feel bad about eating less nutritious foods like chocolate, because I finally understood that chocolate wasn't the enemy and that it wasn't this cursed food that was automatically going to cause fat gain or loss of control. And I really do want to mention that while I learned a lot about nutrition through doing research online, watching videos, listening to podcasts and all of that, I also did work with a nutritionist, which was really helpful because she introduced me to this world. And she was a great guidance for me along the way with keeping me accountable and making sure that I was eating enough and all of that. So if you would like some extra support, I definitely do see the value in working with a health professional like a dietitian or a nutritionist, but please just make sure it's someone you trust, someone who is advising you to make healthy choices and making sure you eat enough. So one more thing about educating yourself about nutrition and the food that you're eating is that it helped me start prioritizing my health more, because up until then, I had no idea how the food I was putting into my body was actually affecting my body. I couldn't really connect the dots. So yeah, learning more about that, learning more about the nutritional value in foods and having a more flexible approach to eating helped me find balance. And it also helped me not view foods as good or bad, but just simply that some foods offer more nutrition and some foods offer less nutrition, and having both within your daily diet is totally fine. Tip number 2 is making sure that you are doing things in moderation. So as I've mentioned in the last tip, balance is key. And I'm not just talking about your diet, I'm also talking about exercise. So when you suddenly start going crazy and spending hours at the gym or hours doing cardio every day, that isn't sustainable. You're not going to be able to keep that up. And then usually when you give up on working out for hours every day, with that comes the guilt, and then you start thinking you're not doing a good job, and that can increase the chances of you having a binge eating episode. It's really just making sure that you don't start suddenly working out for hours every day or cutting out foods that you really enjoy. Enjoying a balanced diet kept me from overindulging in temptation and also helped me practice enjoying the foods I love without the guilt afterwards. Tip number 3. Avoid skipping meals. If your body is communicating with you and telling you that it's hungry, that means that your body needs more fuel and more energy to get through the rest of the activities throughout the day, and you should honor that and listen to that. As you can imagine, skipping meals will contribute to cravings, and it also increases the risk of overeating. I found that when I stopped skipping meals and I started eating when I was hungry, I stopped shoveling food down my mouth and overeating. It also helped me make better food choices from the get-go. So when I was really hungry, you tend to just want to grab whatever is easiest. So that might just be a packet of chips. Whereas when I realize that I'm hungry now, I have enough time to make a sandwich, make a wrap, whatever it is. It tends to have a lot more nutrition than the foods that you want to grab on the go. Tip number 4, start focusing on how in control you are. When I started consciously focusing on how in control I am, I started realizing that every single choice I make throughout the day comes down to me. I am in control of every single thing I do throughout the day. Okay, the camera died, so probably not in the same position, but anyway, back to what I was saying. Only you are in control of the perspective and mindset that you're going to take into the day with you. So for me, when it came to eating, even after those feelings of fullness had started to settle in and I had those urges to go back and eat more food, I remembered that I was the only one in control of listening to my body and putting that food in my mouth. So instead, I decided that the next time I was feeling hungry again, I would eat what I actually wanted to eat so that I would actually feel satisfied afterwards. And then in the meantime, I decided to focus on thoughts that were more productive, positive, and healthy for me. Tip number 5, exercise in the ways you enjoy and when your body feels up to it. It shouldn't be a punishment, because honestly, being physically able to walk, run, challenge our bodies is a total blessing. Moving on now to tip number 6. Because one of my triggers was a low body image day, I started focusing on how I can better my relationship with my own body image and start to accept and embrace myself the way that I am. I realized that my whole weight loss journey and losing weight wasn't magically fixing the way that I felt about myself, and so I had to start working on that internally. That meant I had to accept myself wholeheartedly, stop feeling like I had to punish myself for being more this or less that, and I had to start prioritizing the way that I was talking to and about myself and focus on improving those thoughts. And now that brings us to tip number 7. Start filling your diet with more filling foods. So more filling foods might be higher in carbs, protein rich, fiber packed. All of these foods will help you feel much fuller. So some examples of these foods would be like a protein shake or some eggs, a sandwich, some popcorn, vegetables, leafy greens, yogurt, and so on. All of those things help me to stay fuller, and another thing that really helps with this as well is opting for lower calorie alternatives where you can and where you want to. And that is not to say that you should only be eating low calorie alternatives in your diet. That's just to say that when you do opt for lower calorie foods, it allows you to have a higher volume and therefore you stay fuller for longer as well. Tip number 8, believe in yourself. You aren't actually going to be able to achieve anything if you're constantly doubting your ability to do it. Believe that you can do it. Positive affirmations can really help. Believing in yourself, hyping yourself up, getting excited, maybe a motivation vision board or something like that might help you with staying accountable and believing in yourself. But I just want you to know that the only way you will fail is if you give up. And the only way you will succeed as well on the other side of things is if you believe in yourself and actually put in the work. It doesn't happen overnight, but it definitely does happen. Overall, balance and moderation was a key takeaway for me in overcoming my binge eating disorder and creating a healthy relationship with food, body image, living a healthy lifestyle, exercise, everything that falls under the category of health. And it has helped me believe that I really can do this and that I can sustain it for the rest of my life. But yeah, all 9 of these tips really helped me in overcoming the cycle that I was in. So I really hope that they will help you as well. I believe in you, you can do this, so do me a favor and believe in yourself as well. And anytime you are lacking the motivation or doubting yourself a little bit, come back to this video, watch it through, and reassure yourself that you've got this. And again, if you would like some extra support and guidance along the way, I do post a lot on my Instagram. I'm very active on there, so I hope that that can help you and inspire you as well. But there is always professional help out there if that is an option for you and something you're open to doing. Give yourself the chance to create the life that you really want to live. So yeah, I really hope this will motivate you to take back your power, keep yourself accountable, and I just really want to say I'm proud of you for actually watching this video and seeking the help that you need or just seeking education around this topic. But yeah, I really hope that this was insightful and helped you in some way. I'm really glad you joined me today, and I hope you will decide to stick around and watch some of my future videos. If you enjoyed this one, please give it a thumbs up, leave a little comment down below. I love hearing back from you. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my future very helpful videos. And yeah, I will see you in my next video.